Hello, ladies. I know that there's been a couple of questions about how I wrap when I have to go to work and I have to wear a baseball cap, so the wrap style that I do under that. So, since my partner is out of the house today, miracle of miracles, I thought I'd take the opportunity to show you how I do that. So, my hair is pretty short, so I can put it in a bun, but it is easier and flatter to be worn under a cap, which is only, this wide, and putting it on, it's a little bit big, but I can't put too much volume in the back. So it's a little bit easier, instead of putting it in a bun, to put it in this really cool clip that I bought at Walmart. It's two combs and they clip together around your head like that, so the rounded ends. And it holds all of my hair pretty flat to my head. There's a little bit of a bump in the back, but not enough to make much of a difference. So what I do is I gather it all into a ponytail right about in the middle of my head. Let me see if you can see that. About in the middle of my head, gather it all up into a ponytail, and then I'm going to turn around so you can see what I do, but I'm going to twist it around and like pull it up to my head here, and then put this comb in. So I'm going to put it in my mouth in order to like have it while I'm doing this. So you can see I twist it around and I hold it, like pull it up. Then you take this comb so that the end is curved and just slide it in. And then this takes some practice. I'm going to put my fingers through the cords there and grab onto everything, hold it flat. Bring this around, same thing, turn it so that the curve of the comb is the same as my head, and put it in around that way. Okay, now that should hold everything down fairly flat. This is more or less in the middle there, and that's going to go out through the bottom of the hat here. So then I've got my trusty velvet headband, which I usually just unclip and put around my neck because I don't like to have it around my neck while I'm trying to put my hair up. So I got this, and I have to pull this up really far. So pull it behind my ears. So yeah, I do have this little bit of hairs here, but it doesn't bother me too much. Pull it all the way back so it's just at the hairline, and then I'm going to turn around again so you can see I pull this actually up right over the ends of the clip, so it's as high up in the back as I can get it. Okay. So then I have to use the thinnest scarves that I own to wrap with. So that's 2-in-1s and a couple of Shinyliciouses, all from, of course, Rapunzel. So I have a yellow 2-in-1 today, and you can see that mine's starting to get a couple of these little holes and worn spots in it. Actually, a lot of those are from when I had the velvet headband and it kept catching on the Velcro. Okay, just trying to fold that so it'll fit. And you want to put this on so that the ends are about even. Doesn't matter if one's a little longer than the other, that should be good. So put that on as you normally do, and then I'm trying to get it as far back as I possibly can. So lining it up as close to the ends of the headband as I possibly can, because it looks less silly under the hat. So I don't tie it. So all I'm going to do is crisscross the ends. So I take them like this, one over the other, and I put them around my neck. So that's going to keep a nice flat profile. Everything I'm trying to do is keep everything as flat as it can possibly be. So normally I don't put any accessories on there, but today, because I go to and from work without the hat on, I wanted something a little more interesting. So I have this lace sash that I bought off Amazon. It's really just, I believe it's 3-inch, 2-inch. It's 2-inch wide lace, and it's a yard. So it's just, a yard of this yellow lace. And it's stretch lace, so I can stretch it out, and I can actually get this to go around my head 3 times. But today, all I need is just like that. So I'm just putting it on the edge And I'm going to tie it in the back over top of what I've already got. Just crisscross and pull. And that's it. So I'm actually just going to leave that back there. I'm going to pull these ends a little bit tight and hold one of them under my arm. Take the other one, fan out the ends. Now since I've already folded it, this one's already into the middle, so I'm just going to leave it like that and bring the other one down. Now here's the trick that I do because I don't tie a knot in the back. I need these to be tight as I bring them over, and I'm actually just going to put them in a ponytail in the back. So I hold that one down, fan out and fix the other one with my dinosaur arms here, my little T-Rex arms. Okay. And then hold those two things. Now again, I want it as flat as possible. So I'm going to bring this one up in the front and this one up behind it. So it's going to come up in the back. And again, just pull those pretty tight together. And then I've got a scrunchie. You can use any kind of a hair tie. I happen to have a set of these brightly colored scrunchies from when I was like 12. And I like those a lot to put on these ponytails. So I'm just going to smooth everything out. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Just get it as tight and smooth as I can. Obviously, don't give yourself a headache. Got that little bump in the back. Okay, now I'm going to gather it all up with my lace ends like this. And just wrap the scrunchie around. I just do it twice because it's not hair. It doesn't need to be like held tight. Just like that. And I kind of shimmy it on up there. And there you go. I've got this nice little ponytail. I work in food service, so I don't want something that's going to be long enough to like dip into something if I lean over or sit over my shoulder. It's not long enough to get in anything. I've got these cute little lace ends. You could, like, it's not really long. It's not really long enough to like braid or anything. So I guess you could try if you wanted like a little teeny short braid. It's really flat, really smooth, really like elegant. My hair doesn't stick out, again, the top, so I've got that, like, very flat end, like, look kind of like I'm missing part of a head if you're used to wrapping with a volumizer. And then this, I can it's, like, just clipped on its sort of lowest setting as the ends are right next to each other. And all I gotta do is reach through the back, pull the tails through, pull those through, and then I just kind of settle it over my head, pull, tug on the edges. It doesn't really like to be wrapped around the 2-in-1 all that much. Pull my scrunchy ends through so I don't look odd. And there you go. When I wrapped this earlier today, you couldn't see the lace in the front. It was a little lower on my head. The height of this, like how far the brim comes down, depends on how low the ponytail is. So if the ponytail is a little higher up, the hat can tip a little further forward. And it's kind of a fun adventure trying to figure out where the sweet spot is. So now you can see I've got my baseball cap, I've got my ponytail out the back, and I've got my little hanging fringe bits as though I had an actual ponytail. So this is like a cute variation on a style that everybody wears when they have hair, right when they've got the ponytails. So you can see that little bump where my hair is folded over, it just kind of sticks out the back like that. And that's how I wrap under a ball cap to go to work. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I'd love to see somebody else do this, so I'm not the only one.